Hello and welcome to Quartzlight, your car brochure channel. In today's episode, for your Saturday special, the Ford Orion Special Edition Biscayne. Hello and welcome back, and Quartzlight, if you don't know, we're a car brochure channel here on YouTube, looking at car brochures from around the world for the 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s, and today's your Saturday special. So if you're interested in cars and car brochures, please consider subscribing. Yes, your Saturday special. Every Saturday we look at a special edition vehicle or brochure. Today is the turn of the Ford Orion, think Escort with a boot, and this special edition was called the Biscayne. Brochure itself is from 1987, so let's have a look at that now. So here we go. The Orion Biscayne came in this rather attractive shade of blue and these white wheel trims. I like the higher spec idea, I think LX, of having this sort of red insert on the bumper. Now, before we look at the brochure, I do want to say a thank you to Patreon members, or a Patreon member, as we've got one Patreon member, and I will have to start putting a thank you to that member and future members at the end of each episode, so keep an eye out for that. If you do want to become a Patreon member, then just look on the on our Quartzlight page and there is a link to Patreon. But like I said, I just wanted to say a thank you to that person who has become a Patreon member. Every bit helps and creates better content. Anyway, back to the Orion Biscayne. In fact, I looked at a website today, I think it's called howmanyleft.co.uk. Tells you how many cars of a particular type are left in the UK. And apparently, there isn't a single Ford Orion Biscayne licensed and on the road at the moment. Now, I don't know how up to date that is, but certainly it's saying 0 at the moment, which is quite sad. However, there are 5 that are languishing in people's garages and driveways, not being used or not licensed to be on the road. Hopefully, at least one of those just happens to be a very nice example that's just not being used at the moment. But anyway, I was surprised by those figures. Anyway, let's open the brochure up and see what this Biscayne has got to offer. And in fact, yeah, as you can see, the later Ford brochures, later into the 80s, are much nicer than the early 80s. You know, you get much better pictures in these, and they're kind of like a full size brochure rather than little tiny little ones that we've seen in the past. Anyway, the Orion Biscayne, like I say, it's a nice shade of blue that it came in. We'll have a look at some of these images and some of this text just to see what you got on this special edition. Starts off by telling us it's a rare sighting. Well, certainly is today. You'd be very lucky to spot any of these around. Light blue metallic paint brings an extra touch of class to the new Orion Biscayne, a special value version of the four-door saloon that combines classically elegant lines with advanced engineering. Attractions range from smooth riding, fully independent suspension to tinted glass and a sunroof. And then it lists those key features. So you didn't just have one engine choice, you could have it as a 1.4 or a 1.6 with a 5-speed gearbox. You got that Biscayne metallic paint, full wheel covers with tri-coat white finish, so white wheel trims, which were a little bit different, weren't they? Body side mouldings and full depth impact resistant bumpers with red inserts, tinted glass, screen glass sunroof with tilt or slide versatility. Okay, so we've got excellent all-round visibility enhanced by remote controlled door mirrors for driver and passenger, high security door locks, radio aerial forms part of the rear window heating element. And then it goes on to tell us it's exceptionally spacious, well planned and well equipped interior with cut pile carpeting, fully adjustable head restraints on front seats, vanity mirror on passenger sun visor, and central console with coin slots and cassette storage. a huge boot, and we've got an FM cassette audio equipment with 4 speakers and joystick balance control. So we got a little bit of a look at the back there, how it's badged Orion, and then we got this little bit of a decal with the Biscayne script. Nice little glimpse at that sort of late 80s Ford interior. Very familiar with that. I particularly remember these cassette audio equipments. Same sort of thing you got in a Sierra. And it had a little bit of a joystick so you could move around where the music came out of which speaker, which was quite nice actually. And over here, what have we got here? It says the Orion Biscayne instrument and control layout is attractive and efficient. Features include a speedometer mounted just below the driver's line of sight rather than to one side, and controls conveniently located on the steering column. Audio equipment is all electronic. Do notice there that there isn't a rev counter there though, it's just a clock, so you know, it's based on quite a lowly Orion really. But we do have this nice sunshine roof, I was going to say. The sunroof is standard equipment when you buy a new Ford Orion Biscayne. Made of screen glass, it can be tilted to boost ventilation or slide right back when the sky is cloudless. So there we go, we got that sort of split fold seats for a bit more versatility. Which is quite nice actually in this class of vehicle. Interior, nothing really out of the ordinary, quite plain really overall. And a little bit more of a glimpse of the main picture, featuring those white wheel trims. Like I say, quite an attractive colour actually on these Biscaynes. So specifications on the back page, it's on 1.4 or 1.6 with that 5-speed gearbox, manual choke on a 1.4, auto on a 1.6. And then we got the exterior features, so grey body side mouldings, body coloured tone bumpers with red inserts, remote control driver and passenger door mirror, tinted glass, special wheel trims in white. Interior perforated parchment headlining, cut pile passenger compartment, carpet, quartz analog clock, centre console with trinket tray, glove box with lid, that cassette player, aerial incorporated in the rear windscreen, 2-spoke soft feel steering wheel with centre horn, passenger vanity mirror, front head restraints fully adjustable, wind down rear windows. 60/40 split rear seat backs with folding armrest, strobe fabric trim, rear grab handles, sunroof, tilting sliding glass and louvered blind, and the body colour is that Biscayne blue. And then we've got the prices. So your 1.4 will be £7,399, and that's including car tax and VAT apparently. And then the 1.6 is £7,605. Now you can actually add ABS for £338. Although you'll notice by this stage, like the earlier special editions, early 80s, late 70s, you could add all sorts of things. They're a bit more fixed on these later models. And then here is our publication number FA793 and the date February 1987. So there we go, the Ford Orion Biscayne on our Saturday special episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you do remember these special editions, do jot that in the comments, or if you need any stories about the Orion, always happy to read those. Once again, a thank you to our Patreon member, which I'll list, I don't know, somewhere down the bottom there. And of course, if you do want to become a Patreon and help the channel grow and bring better content, better brochures to the channel, please do so. That's most grateful. Although, like I say, all our content's free, so there's no pressure to do that. Please continue watching here on YouTube. Subscribe for free. That's just as helpful. But thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend. We'll see you very soon. Take care and goodbye.